G'day guys, Adam Mears from Cod Culture speaking. Just here to talk to you today a little bit about line selection. This is just a personal point of view, but if you'd like to take my advice, by all means, please do. It's just a general guideline for 90% of my cod fishing. On my Shimano Scorpion DC here, I run a 15-pound spider wire camo braid. I found it to be very good. It's very durable. It's not quite as thin as some of the other brands out there, but for my Murray cod fishing, I'm generally not too worried about that. It's mainly good knot strength, good castability, and just durability. I'm not a big fan of the fancy colours, like your fluoro oranges, pinks, things like that. They fade very quickly, whereas this camo braid is held on and done very well. So I highly recommend it. Check it out, spider wire camo. Most tackle stores will carry it. If not, you should be able to find them on the web. One that was just upgraded to recently is this Sunline Castaway PE braid. It's an IGFA class line, which means it'll actually break at the desired line strength. So say for example, this 25-pound line will break at 25 pounds or less, whereas with your camo braid, or most other braided polyethylene lines, if they're not IGFA rated, they will break either. They normally will break well above their line class, so this 15-pound line might break at 20 or even 25 pound. The joys of our braid is having that thinner line breaking at a higher tensile strength, so it's much easier to work with. Your advantages of your Sunline braid is it's very smooth, very easy to cast. You get much better casting distance out of it, and if you are chasing a record or something like that, it qualifies you to do so. So if you're chasing particular fish species and want to get to those records, it's the type of line you need to use. The Sunline's been very popular on the brim tournaments, the Bass circuit, things like that. But I think it really has its place in cod fishing. I think a lot of you guys should get onto your PE braids, have a look, and you'll really notice a hell of a difference. So get out there, have a look at it. That's just my personal choice, 20 to 25 pound. You could go down to as low as 10 in some of your smaller rivers and creeks. And if you're down on the Murray River, around the Victoria sort of area, chasing those big cod, a lot of guys beef up to around your 40 and 50 pound. I haven't had to do that. We just don't have the size and the numbers to sort of worry about that. But as I said, it's just a rough guide. Fish it to your local area, and you'll have a ball. So they're my types of braid setup I run. I'll just show you a few leader materials now to run off your braided main line. When I'm running surface lures, or any type of surface fishing, whether it be a fly or a lure, I run a standard monofilament leader. I prefer the Jinkai. Normally in the 20 pound, I do carry a 30 pound spool with me, but I very rarely use it. 20 pound is more than ample strength for 90% of your river fishing. You don't need to go heavier than that. If your drag's put right, you won't get bitten off too often. But as I said, Jinkai, there's many other brands out there, Black Magic, Platypus, that's an Aussie made line, well worth checking out, and many others on the market. That's just my personal choice. Or if I'm fishing deep or pressured waterways or fishing with the fly, I'll change over to this Vanish leader. It's a fluorocarbon leader. Your fluorocarbon doesn't reflect light in the water, so it becomes more invisible underwater than your standard monofilament. It also sinks, so it's not real great with surface lures. It sort of holds them down a bit too much in the water for my liking, but great for spinnerbaits, great for soft plastics, and absolutely perfect for the fly. Generally a metre and a half of 20 to 25 pound leader, more than enough. But if you are fishing heavier snags and things like that, maybe a rod length, 1.8 something would be more sufficient. But we generally find in the smaller streams around home, metre to metre and a half, litre, will just protect you against the raspy teeth of the cod. A lot of people sort of ask why you run leader, and the braid chafes easily against sharp objects, and the cod do have those raspy teeth, so run a leader. You'll save yourself some more lures, and it'll cause less harm to the fish in the long run if you lose one in the mouth of a cod. So I like Vanish. There's many other fluorocarbons out there worth checking out as well. Your Sunline run one, your Platypus, Berkeley, a lot of brands do it, so check your own for your own favourites. But that's mine. I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you out on the water.